Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in this video, we are going to learn how data engineer work with nested JSON data in Snowflake. I'm going to use one sample data, which is basically a nested JSON, and we are going to see how we're gonna load it, how you can query it, and then how we can completely flatten it to convert into a structured data, which will be the analysis ready. So by the end of this video, you will understand all these steps, and I have already covered one video of query or to flatten a normal JSON data and the XML data, but this is the first time when I'm going to take you through to handle or to flatten the nested JSON data. So please watch this video till the end, and if you really liked it, then please share with your friends and comment it what other next topic you want me to cover. So let's start with directly replicating these exercises. So I'm going to create one database called YouTube Learning, and then I'm creating one schema. So I'm making my context ready. I have a sample data already, so I can just even quickly show it to you. Okay, let me just quickly, I'll show you when I'm going to load it. So let me create this table because this is going to be a JSON data. That's why we are going to take single column with the variant data type. We do have two options. One, I can directly load data, add data, and then I can directly load into a table. But to make it little bit more into the structured way or into the real data, like a data engineering project, we are going to create one file format and this stage. I'm going to create one internal stage. So first, we are going to upload the file into this one. And if you're not, I'm sure that you must be aware. If you're not, then now we have an options that we can directly add the data into the stages also. So let's go back to here. We are done with the table creation. Let me create a file format, and I'm going to create the stage also. If I wanted to check whether there is any file or not into the stage, I will be running a list command, and it is not giving me anything. So I'll be going ahead by doing the same thing, add data, load files into a stage in which database I have created. So first I will be pointing to that particular stage where I want to load the data. And I can see this file, the stage JSON is available, and let me browse that file. I do have this employee JSON data, and it is having around 20 record. Obviously when we are going to load into it, it will show one record, but we have 20 employees informations, and this is basically a employee skills data. Let me show you. So let's go back to the project, and because this data is now only into the stage and I wanted to make it available into the table, so I'll be running a copy into command. I do have my data ingested into the table. Let's query this semi-structured data. Now, let me show you how this data is going to be look like. So we do have one company called Cloud Learning. Inside that we have employees, and all those employees having an address. So employees in an array format, and inside that we have an address which is an array format. And if you will look at it, scroll down a little bit more, then this skills is another in that array format, skills and the project. So we do have a nested data, and I wanted to extract the information for each employee with all these project, salary, skills, address, department, means whatever the information we have available here, we wanted to load it for all these students or all these employees, sorry. Okay, so I'm sure that you must be aware of it that we're gonna use a flatten. But how? But before flatten that, I just wanted to check it because this company is just not in array format. I wanted to take this company's information. I can directly query it without writing flatten. For that, I just have to write data company. Let me show you this one. Okay. So if I just quickly write this data company, I'll get the cloud learning yard. Now, because this is the first field, I just wanted to show you, this is also coming into the variant data type, as you can see on my screen. So we also have to do the typecasting, means we have to convert the data type of it. So we can do the varchar, and obviously we're going to do the renaming also. So this is the general way, or this is like basically how you will be cleaning your data. Now, why I just showed it over here, because when I'm going to perform this full exercise for 10 columns, so you will be able to understand that why Vishal has mentioned these things. Now, for this company, we got this information. But let's suppose if I try to get it for the employee and for the address, what will I get? When I write it for the address, I get null. Why? Because we have to go through this employee to get the address. But for this employee, I got the values, but look at it, it is into the same JSON format. So definitely this is not something which I wanted. So the very first thing, to extract this employee value, you also have a different, like you can write data.employees, or you can write employees first name of it. So this is another way if you wanted to try it out, or you wanted to go with a traditional way to access the JSON data with the positions. So this is how you can do it. But again, this is not something which we are going to do. We will be using a flatten function, which is going to convert array into the rows, and we're going to use a lateral that we're going to combine it. So it is going to produce multiple, or it is going to explode the output in the structure format. So let's get started. But first, I will be going with the first step, which means I will be only going for the employee part. Now, in this employee part, if you will be looking at this data, we do have the department, employee ID, name is active, city, country, all these information we do have. So I am taking employee ID, name, department, salary. So the same thing, I'm doing this as a typecasting, then I'm renaming these fields, and then from this raw employee, I'm using lateral flatten. Now, why I'm using this value, those who are learning for the first time may get confused. So let me exactly show you real quick. I am writing select star from raw employee, comma, lateral flatten. So this flatten is going to expect one input, and in this input, we are going to give the column name. This is my file column name, and the employee from which is basically like this is an array format, and that array needs to be exploded. If I run it, it is going to generate multiple output. My bad, this should be employees. You look at it, it generate multiple record, 20 records. So we have a 20 different employees. For that, we are getting a data. But if you will look at it, this is giving sequence, key, path, index, and this is the value. From here, I need to extract it. Now look at it. If you will look it closely, this is just having a one employee's information. However, if you will look at it to the this, it's going to have all the information. So this value we are going to focus. From there, we will be directly taking these value department and all that. So that's the same thing I have used. Rather than mentioning the star, I need to take the information from this value column, need to derive it. Okay. So I am writing it. And why I'm renaming it to employee, so that you can know that I am taking the data from this particular table. Consider that you are having a cross join between A table and the B table, but you only need to take the column from the B. Otherwise, there will be ambiguous column issues. So let me just run it. And when I executed it, it gave me a correct output. I mean, it gave me into the structured output. And yes, this is what we were looking for. But again, the problem is I wanted to get complete information about the skills, their address, their project. So if I will be simply writing something here, which is like employee.value.address or the skills, let me show you one thing. So let me first run this query for you guys to make you understand that here we do have the address, we also have the project, or we do have the skills. Now, what if I try to achieve this information from the same way? We do have employee.value, and I go to the skills, And make sure these column which you are referring from this value are case sensitive. So do not make any mistake in the spelling or into the cases also. And if I write this, then let's see what will happen. When I mention it, now look at it. I get the values, but this is again into the narrow format. This is not going to help me. So I will be, again, this is an array. So I will be using another flatten. So the first flatten I'm going to use, like I used for employee, but the next flatten I will be using, okay, even for the address, for the skills, for the project. This is what I have done here. The very important point which you guys need to focus on it, I am actually referring the skill dot value, project dot value, and this is why I was naming it or aliasing these table as. And also one point, because this raw employee has column data, so that is referred into the first employee. Now this employee has employee value. This value, because we need to derive now further skills from this employee value. So we are referring this, and same from this employee value, we need to derive the project. That is why we are writing over here. And here, this is what you're going to execute. And you will get your complete record. Overall, for this Rahul Sharma, why we are getting 3 record? Because it has 3 different skills: Python, SQL, Snowflake, and all that. If you wanted to convert, you can obviously use your SQL knowledge to make it into a one single row again. But this was a requirement so that we do have a multiple records and a complete structure format. Now, one more thing before just wrapping up this video, okay, so that you actually understand this part. If I remove this project, actually, if I do not mention the particular project aliasing name here, you will see I'm going to get the same ambiguous column which we generally get while joining multiple table, but we do not specify that this column is coming from table A or table B. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now, you don't need to rerun this query again and again. So you can obviously you can simply create a normal view. So I can write, create, or replace. And this can be VW employee. And after that, I am going to wrap this entire query and not. My view is done. And if you write select start from VW employee, and you see you're getting an output. Now, one question for you, can we create a metalized view on top of it or not for the performance optimization? Please type your answer into the comment box, and if you don't know, then try it out at the same time on your machine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share with your friends. Have a good day.